Fox woke up from his den one fine morning in the forest during the summer season. He then extended his arms and yawning, raised his head slightly to take a look at the morning. The morning dew was still on the trees as the rays of morning sun speared through the trees to herald another morning of adventure. Fox thought to himself he would go down to the stream and see if he could get some fish for breakfast. He walked without care, singing and enjoying the fresh smells of flowers that were all around him as he moved through a green forest. One day, finding himself near the stream, he squatted on a stone and started to watch the fish from a distance. There he saw a huge trout swimming in the clear water of the river. Suddenly, his large canine teeth locked onto the delicious fare that he relished on. Fox ate his fresh-caught fish for breakfast and then thought it wise to go for a slow walk in the forest. He traveled more than usual today, even beyond the huge ancient tree and as far as the meadow on the opposite side. The meadow was filled with his forest friends. Rabbits were grazing on clover, birds fluttered in the trees, and deer had been feeding on the tall grass. It was evening time, and Fox had just got back home when he realized the peculiar thing. The forest was far too quiet. The birds no longer chirped and there was no sign of any forest animal around. Sometimes he felt that there was something wrong. He began to walk faster, his eyes observing the surroundings warily. Upon reaching a certain turn in the path, Fox saw a colossal contraption gleaming in the sun. It had shovels and mechanical arms protruding from its sides as if it were a giant bulldozer. The awful contraption was pulling down trees and toppling sections of the forest. "My home!" Fox yelped, but there was no one around to hear his cries. Fox immediately bolted and dashed as fast as he could back to the meadow. He had to alert his friends. But when he arrived, the once serene field was turned into a scene of confusion. Birds flew chaotically in attempts to escape from the flying debris, their nests being torn apart. Rabbits ran away aimlessly as their nests caved in on them. Deer raced for cover but could find none anywhere. In the distance, Fox could still hear the horrible crunching sound get louder and louder. He realized then that the enemy is invisible and is approaching their location, and that too at a fairly good speed. Fox collected the terrified animals. "We must work together if we want to remain in our homes," he further encouraged them. The animals were frightened, however. They believed in Fox since he has always outwitted the other animals every now and then. First, Fox ordered the birds to get closer and identify the locations of the machines and the people controlling them. The birds flew up and came back immediately, singing their discoveries. Subsequently, Fox required rabbits to employ their muscular hind limbs to burrow holes and trenches across the entire meadow and the forests. The machines would be idle and would not know where to go next. The rabbits sprang into action and started digging small hills and burrowing a complex network of tunnels. Last of all, Fox directed its attention to the deer. "When the machines come out, you have to go to them and attack them. Help each other to surround them and drive them into the pits and the traps," he said. The deer lifted their majestic horns as if preparing for a fight. Soon enough, the terrible machines emerged from the grass and occupied the meadow. The animals started moving immediately. Birds flew to the driver windows, blocking their view. Deer moved further, charging at the bulldozers, heavily attacking the machines. The machines went out of their intended path and fell into hidden holes. Rabbit tunnels sunk under the weight of their bodies. Before long, the destructive machinery was contained, their large shovels impotent against the ground. The enemy had been vanquished. All the animals came together the following evening to be addressed by a victorious Fox. "We have triumphed over the humans this time, but they will be sending more machines to demolish our dwellings, to the concern of the gathering. We must stay alert and we need to cooperate because that is the way we are powerful." The animals shouted for joy because of the victory that they had obtained. Although they are aware that other situations that require their wit and intelligence are around the corner, they had faith in them to overcome any other unidentified enemy that posed a threat to their home, the forest. Together, they would survive, all the more so through the wit of Fox, who united them to fight and to triumph.